Well, welcome. My name's Dwayne Fesser. I'm from the Springfield area, and I've been on the board now for about 8.5 years. The last couple terms, I have been the president of the board. And so I do want to welcome you all here and appreciate you being with us.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us for First Choice Pregnancy Services 10th anniversary party. I'm Sarah Gillis, and I'm the current director at First Choice Pregnancy Services, and I've been around First Choice for years as the ultrasound nurse since we started doing ultrasounds 8.5, 9 years ago. We'd love if we could have all gathered together this evening, but due to our circumstances in a pandemic, which most of us have never experienced before, this is the best we get for this year. So we really appreciate you tuning in, taking the time to join us. As you may have seen advertised this year, our heroes for our Hero for Life Award are the mothers who have chosen to give life to their children. So this evening, I'd really like to thank our premier sponsors for this event. These are businesses in town or organizations that have supported our center for this banquet this year, and many of them have been with us for many years, probably since the beginning. So I'd like to thank McDonald's of New Ulm, Bank Midwest of New Ulm, Full Service Electric of New Ulm, M&R Paving of New Ulm, Holy Cross Area Faith Community, which consists of the parishes of the Church of St. Mary's, Cathedral of the Holy Trinity, the Church of St. George, the Church of St. John's in Searles, and St. Gregory the Great in Lafayette. We also had premier sponsorship from Everett and Sybil Christensen, as well as Chuck's Faith Ford in New Ulm, the Knights of Columbus of New Ulm, and the Knights of Columbus of Springfield. Partnership sponsorship came from Mathewitz Construction of Sleepy Eye as well. So we really want to acknowledge their partnership and their sponsorship for this event and in all our events really in the years past, because most of these organizations and businesses have been with us for many years. And we wish we could party in person, but we're going to do the best we can. And like I had mentioned, the reason that First Choice exists is because of generous people like you who take the time to hear client stories, feel compassion for what these women are going through, and choose to donate either financially or with your time or with your service so that the center can keep running and going, hopefully for another 10 more years and beyond. We hope you enjoy our little presentation tonight. We really wish we could celebrate this 10th year in person, and hopefully we will all be able to celebrate next year when hopefully we're no longer in a pandemic. We are now going to hear from our first executive director, who was also very imperative to the beginnings of First Choice and what it's come into being today. So without further ado, here's Linda Rising.
Happy anniversary, First Choice. I am so happy to be celebrating with you as you achieve the milestone of reaching double digits. 10 years of being the hands and feet of Christ to the women and families God brings through your doors. Way to go! You know, as a parent and grandparent, I often get nostalgic when milestones are reached, and then I think back to the beginning. So please indulge me as I do that now. When we first opened our doors 10 years ago, the center was half the size it is today, with 3 crowded multi-purpose rooms, 1 part-time staff, me, a handful of dedicated volunteers, a passionate, competent, committed board of directors, community support, and a call from God. We were all so eager to answer that call to offer life-affirming services and resources to women in need. Well, the challenge of being a pregnancy resource clinic is you have to wait for clients to come to you. We were new and unknown, and because it was 10 years ago, we didn't have clients who were posting reviews on their social media accounts or tweeting about their experiences or making Facebook recommendations. We had billboards and flyers and radio announcements and speaking engagements with churches and community groups, all to spread the word that we were there and ready to help. It is amazing to think how much communication has changed since then. 10 years ago, having a virtual banquet would have been inconceivable. And yet here we are, and even though I am in Texas, I get to be with you to celebrate. But back to the beginning. Our doors were open, but no clients were walking through them. Our phone lines were working, but no clients were calling. I don't remember exactly how long we had been open, maybe 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, but I was feeling discouraged and beginning to question if we had misunderstood what God was calling us to do. So one day I was sharing my doubt and frustration with a dear friend who lovingly laughed at me and suggested that I had the wrong perspective. She said I looked at the opening of the doors to the clinic as a birthday, but the clinic is a pregnancy resource center, so she challenged me to think of opening day as conception and to wait to see what God had done in 9 months' time. Encouraged with the new perspective, we persevered, and God began bringing clients into the center. And 9 months to the day after opening, one of our clients gave birth to the first of over 100 First Choice Pregnancy Services babies. God confirmed for us, as only He can, that it was His will for First Choice Pregnancy Services to exist. We were called to be present to and to journey side by side with women through their pregnancies, especially those weathering the storms of life. During those early years, we experienced a lot of growth as we navigated the necessary changes to becoming a clinic offering ultrasounds and STI testing, as we deepened our understanding of what God was calling us to be, instruments of grace present in the moment, and as we developed a greater appreciation of the beauty, strength, and resilience of our clients. Over the years, the staff at First Choice Pregnancy Services has been blessed to cry with a woman who was too fearful to choose life, but rejoice with her 6 months later when she was pregnant again and willingly accepted assistance to choose life. To celebrate with a woman when she saw her twins on the ultrasound. To cry with a woman whose ultrasound revealed a non-viable pregnancy, accompany her while she was at the hospital, and then connect her with grief support services. To comfort and encourage a woman who chose life and then chose to place her baby with a loving adoptive family, and then to rejoice with the family as they embraced their new son. And oh, so much more. From the very beginning, it has been evident to all of us who have worked at the clinic that the women who choose life in the midst of challenging circumstances are remarkable, courageous, and heroic. As we partner with them to give them hope for their future and the future of their babies, they are a source of inspiration for us. And God has graced us all with His blessing. I'm so grateful to have been a part of First Choice Pregnancy Services beginnings, and I am proud of the work the clinic has done and the services it continues to provide to those God brings through their doors.
Thank you, Linda, so much for sharing with us all the way from Texas. So we miss you dearly, but we really appreciate your passion and the compassion that you showed to all the women who've come through the center. And we know that you are with us in spirit. So now we are going to hear from one of our past clients. Her name is Summer, and she is going to share a little bit about her story with you and how the center affected her life.
I was single mom of my older daughter, and I have 2 other children. They don't live with me, but so it was my daughter and me at the time. And I was doing a lot of drinking, and then I met my youngest daughter's dad, and then we hung out for a while, was just drinking, and then I got pregnant about a month in to that, and then he did not want to have anything to do with me after I told him about the pregnancy, and he wanted me to have an abortion or adoption, but he really wanted me to have an abortion. And so I was thinking I was going to have an abortion. Somehow I came across First Choice Pregnancy Services. I had never even heard of them. I don't know if I Googled something, or I don't even remember how it went down anymore, but I just found out that there was this little place that would help pregnant moms. And so I came here abortion-minded. Don't even really know why I came. Well, I wasn't really looking for anybody to change my mind, but I think I was looking for just pre-counseling or something to get me to, I don't know, be okay in the space that I was in or something. I have no idea. So I just walked in and I met Linda Rising, and she talked to me. It was probably for a while, a couple hours, I want to say, like for sure, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. She knew my stance. She didn't try to, make me do anything or anything like that. I felt very comfortable with her from the start. She talked to me for a while, told her that I was abortion-minded. She gave me reasons to keep the pregnancy, continue on with the pregnancy, how they can be of support and, like down the road and everything like that. Talked to me about my situation with Maddie's dad and how I felt about all of that. Asked me if I'd be open to adoption. Just talked to me about all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And up at that point, I was just kind of like, well, I don't really have a choice, because I was feeling like I didn't have a choice from talking to Maddie's dad about everything. I decided to contact Linda and tell her that I wanted to come back in. So I came back in and we talked about, I think, adoption stuff and just my options, even if I were to keep the baby, just that kind of stuff. And then we continued to meet. And then it wasn't until, well, and I had the ultrasound here too, early on. Even then, there was a part of me that wanted to keep, especially after I saw that I wanted to keep the baby, but then I was also like, there's too much outside stuff. And so I had another ultrasound though, so I was still throwing that around because I was still frustrated with the whole situation. I was feeling alone. I was irritated, but I knew that I had Linda. So I kept coming in, and then I eventually had an ultrasound at Newell Medical Center, and then, of course, she was bigger, and, then we determined also that she was a girl. But when I saw that one, I was like, I think I'm going to keep her. I think I can do this, and, everything like that. So then I did, and then I continued to meet with Linda. We met every week. I did the Earn While You Learn program. I came in and did videos every week, and I could bring Reagan, and then we went through the lessons, and she got me pretty much everything that I needed for Maddie. And they were even able to help me because right when I got pregnant with Maddie, they got rid of our air conditioning at the apartments that I was living at, and I didn't have any, and it was 90-degree days, and we were upstairs, and it was horrible.
Yes.
She helped me get an air conditioner. They helped with everything, all kinds of stuff on top of the encouragement. At the end of that year, I decided that I wanted to volunteer, and so then I reached out to Linda, and she had the same number and everything, and then I asked her, hey, can I volunteer? Can I come be a volunteer there, whatever you need?
Yeah.
And then she said, yeah. So then I came and just started volunteering in the office at first, or well, not in the office, but doing office-y things. I was doing stuff out front, the desk. And then eventually became a client advocate. So then I took on clients, and I really liked that.
Summer also has something she would like to share with all of you who have made the operation, opening, and continued functioning of the center possible.
Well, thank you, first of all, because you've carried me through, and lots of others, moms, even the ones passing through here for pregnancy tests, the ones that can't say anything or don't say anything or are ashamed or scared, even the little things like the pregnancy tests, or even if they needed a pack of diapers or even a can of formula, all the little things, same measure up to the same as the big things, the the counseling that goes on and the teaching and all that kind of stuff. Just thank you, first of all. But it all really makes a difference, and it's needed, and the hearts are needed. The compassion, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just things like this are really needed in the world and everywhere, and I'm glad that we have that here.
So Summer, we're very proud of you, and we really appreciate you sharing your story and your journey with us here at the center and now with all of our donors. It's not the easiest thing to do to come and share that walk. So we're grateful for you. We really consider you a hero, as well as all the other mothers who come into the center and have walked that journey and chosen life for their children. Mothering is not the easiest venture on earth, but it sure is a blessed one. So we're eternally grateful for you sharing your story. So we're now going to hear from another couple of clients, Carmita, who also had a little adventure on her journey through motherhood and was able to use resources from the center.
Hi, my name is Carmita, and I moved to New Ulm back in 2013 with my 4 children at the time, and I had no family members down in this area, and I came across the First Choice Pregnancy Center right after my now 7-year-old son was just born. So right after I just had a baby. And the center helped me by offering classes, teaching me how to, even though I'm a mother of 4 children, it showed me some new things about how to raise a newborn, and just things that I thought I knew. I learned new things, basically, as far as the proper way to have your baby sleep in the crib, to prevent SIDS, how important it is to, even though I don't smoke, not let other people who smoke around my baby, my newborn. And then later on in life, I had gotten married back in 2017, and I was pregnant at that time, and I now have a 1-year-old daughter. She'll be 2 soon. And I also had some help from First Choice with diapers, and I also had a chance to utilize the boutique that First Choice offers, which helped with baby clothes. They helped me with a bed for my baby to sleep in, a bassinet, or one of those pack and plays. And then they also helped me with a car seat when I had my last child, who's Skylar. I had Skylar, and I didn't have a car seat to bring her home in, and First Choice was there for me and helped me with that. They made sure I had a safe way to get my baby home, and they also made sure I had a bed for her to sleep in so she could be safe. Because at that time now I have 5 children, and so finances became tight. I'd say without First Choice, I don't know how I could have handled the pressure of keeping up with making sure I have diapers, and also just a support system too. Again, like I said, I didn't have relatives down here, and First Choice have been there for me to listen to the things that I was going through. There was also a time where I thought about having an abortion because of the stress of being a parent and a new baby after having so many children. You know, it was a financial worry about how am I going to do this all over again. And First Choice was there for me emotionally. And again, they helped me with supplies, and it's a very easy program to participate in, and they're not judgmental at all with whatever your needs are. And I really appreciate this service that they provide. And to the donors that support this program, I also thank you guys also, because I can tell that the funds that you guys provide, or any kind of donations you guys provide, they are being well used.
Thank you, Carmita. That was great. We really appreciate you also sharing your story with us. I just really wanted to acknowledge that once again we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of First Choice and the path that it's come through this 10 years. I want to give you a few little updates on what we are doing and that our mission of offering services, life-affirming services to women and families from pre-pregnancy through the birth of their children, that mission will not change. That's the same mission we started with 10 years ago, and it is the mission that we will continue on for however long we are able to keep this center up and running, which we hope is for many years. What's going on at the center through COVID is that when all of this shutdown came, like everybody else, we sheltered in a little bit, but because Planned Parenthood never shut their doors, neither did First Choice. So we modified services and have been able to keep our doors open. Even through a chaotic and crazy pandemic, we were available via Zoom meetings and iPhone meetings and phone calls, and we're doing diaper deliveries. We've been able to stay connected with Brown County Human Services and local public health offices to offer services and supplies, as well as the clinic and other local agencies to keep services going for those women and families that have had needs during this crazy pandemic time. So I just want you to know that your donations have mattered. They've kept our doors open, our services going, and we've still been able to offer pregnancy tests, STI tests. As you can see, I'm right next to the ultrasound machine. I'm blessed to be able to be the ultrasound nurse here as well as the director, and we have been able to continue to provide all our services in a modified fashion to keep people safe, but keep everything up and running so that nobody feels they are out there alone, and that we can continue to offer kindness and compassion to those women and families that need it during this time. So we are eternally grateful that you continue to support us and take time to join us for this virtual event and continue to help us celebrate those mothers. So we also have another client who wanted to share a little bit of her story and a thank you, so that you know how much you, as the donors who give your time, your money, your services, whatever it is, even if you're dropping off a pack of diapers or sewing baby blankets, all of those services are greatly appreciated by our clients. So here is Kyla, who also wanted to share a little bit about her story and tell you thank you.
Hi, my name is Kyla. In July of 2017, I found out I was pregnant with my second child. A friend of mine had told me about First Choice Pregnancy Services and encouraged me to go get a test done. So I went in, got the test done, and sure enough, I was 2 weeks along. They gave me a due date, and they sent me home with some prenatal vitamins. They were so kind and made me feel so comfortable. They then introduced the Earn While You Learn program and began to tell me how the program works and about the center itself. I was instantly excited and interested. They got me all set up and I began doing my lessons. The lessons definitely helped me. I already had a 5-year-old at home, and the lessons helped refresh my memory with having a newborn. They also taught me some new information and some new tricks to use. First Choice Pregnancy Services has definitely impacted my family and myself. Without their help and support, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. God sure blessed me with such an amazing place and wonderful people that I do consider family. First Choice Pregnancy Services has helped me so much that I wanted to find a way to give back. I began volunteering shortly after I finished my lessons. It was one of the best decisions I have made. Knowing I can help out in any way I can makes me feel wonderful. Thank you, First Choice Pregnancy Services, for everything you do for me, other clients, and volunteers. We greatly appreciate it.
Sorry, I just have to keep blowing this horn because it's so exciting that we are celebrating 10 years at First Choice Pregnancy Services. And once again, I really want to celebrate the amazing women who've been brave and have been true heroes for their babies and chose life for those children, because some of them have walked very hard paths. And we really want to celebrate them and tell them thank you, because that one child affects not only that mother's life, but you cannot measure the effect that one child has on the lives of all of those around them. It's like if you threw the pebble into the lake and you watch all the ripple effects, the effect that one child has on the life of its mother, its father, its siblings, its grandparents. It's an amazing thing. So we really want to thank you for your continued support. And we really wanted to celebrate those moms this year. So I hope if any of the former clients are watching, that they know how much we really celebrate and know that you are the true heroes, that you are the heroes that give life to those babies. So God bless you. And I think Dwayne is going to tell you a little bit more about some things going on at the center, and then you'll see me one more time. So we hope you'll stay tuned in for the last few minutes.
Sarah just recently submitted our Positive Alternative Grant, and as the years have gone by since we had that available to us, there are considerably more applicants for those funds, and the funds don't increase along with the applicants, so we're anticipating less support in that particular area. So in the last year, we have approved through the board to start our legacy fund. Our goal is to reach $750,000 that would then utilize the growth from those funds to help support the foundation of our center and take the place of some of the Positive Alternative Grant that we're anticipating less funds to come from. So with that in mind, it's been a difficult year with the COVID and things that have tapped into some of the other resources with our fundraisers throughout the year. But we are definitely reaching out this evening to all of those that have taken the time to join us.
So thank you, Dwayne, for being an awesome board president. And thank you to all of you who volunteer at the center, contribute in many ways through prayers, financial support, volunteering your time, dropping off donations. Once again, I need to thank all of our sponsors for supporting us with larger donations that have been able to make this event happen. If you are in need of anything in regards to making a donation, you can always call the center at 507-359-9800. We have a website, consideryouroptions.org, which I think most of you had to find so you could find this virtual banquet. And then you can find us, make a donation at that website as well. So if any concerns or you need to find a way to reach us, please don't hesitate to give me a call. But once again, I wanted to thank all of our sponsors this evening, which was McDonald's of New Ulm, Mathewitz Construction of Sleepy Eye, Bank Midwest of New Ulm, MR Paving of New Ulm, Holy Cross Area Faith Community, Chuck's Faith Ford, Knights of Columbus of Springfield, and Knights of Columbus of New Ulm, and Everett and Sybil Christensen, who have been longtime donors as well. So we really hope that you've enjoyed sharing our little mini celebration in virtual style, and we hope that next year, for our 11th year, we can actually celebrate in person. So we hope you all stay well, and thank you again for all of your gifts and generosity throughout the years. We hope that you can continue to support our mission.
Thank you!